All right. I hit start recording. So
Oh, good.
yeah.
Glad
Hello.
you told me.
Yeah. Welcome. We are the Stitching Grounds. This is Flosstube number 7.
Or 6.
I don't think it's 6. I think it is 7.
I'm Anita,
I'm
or also called Mia.
I'm Courtney. I've been watching a couple of Flosstubes lately, and
Are you trying to improve our methodology?
well, so the Lancaster Stitcher mentioned us, which has to do with StitchCon, so we went to StitchCon.
Well, I forgot to wear my StitchCon wear.
It's okay. But so, and she's on like 169 or something, and so she was like, "This is plus to 169, I think."
my
And I was
heavens.
like, "Wow, that's a long time. She's been around for a while." And then I was also watching the Runner Stitcher, and it was like number 68 because I'm catching up on his backlog. And he was like, "This is plus to number 68, I think." And I was like, must be, like get up.
Maybe
in
you're
there
supposed to keep track of these
and
things.
well, no, you start like you've been doing it for so long. Maybe you do. We're on 7, and we're like, I think it's number 7. I'm not really sure.
Short term.
It's been 3 months since we last filmed. It was March. It is now July 15th. We have to be careful we don't shake the table. We always have to remember that we have to be careful that we don't shake the table. One of these days we might actually remember that. Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not. Today Bear turns 10 months.
Is it today, really?
It is today. So when we pick him up from daycare later, we will be taking his little 10 months picture. Oh, so cute. Getting so big. So we're gonna start with normal stitchy things, like always, and then we are going to talk about StitchCon, because we went to StitchCon. Then Mom's gonna talk about like a little inventory thing that she's working on, and then we will get. There's also haul.
Oh my God.
Haul will be like mixed into after StitchCon, before Mom's inventory stuff, and then we'll do life updates. Which there might actually be quite a bit of those since it's been 3 months. All right, so we're gonna start with fully finishes. Yes, I know. I want there to be. Can you like move that way just a little bit so that, yeah, that way. Whenever I have to put pictures, I've got like a good. You don't have to go like all the way off the side, but just so that there's a good space for me to put pictures whenever I have to put pictures. Because last time I think it was not a good look. All right, so I am the only one that's got to fully finish this.
I have a fully finished. I just don't have it with me. It went into a competition on Friday.
Not that mine didn't go in the
Yours went in the competition,
but mine just happens to be here in my house.
But hers happens to be here in the house. And the other thing is, I didn't want to lose mine because it's relatively small. It's only about this big.
We're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying why mine's not here. It'll be here next time.
Super good. Yeah, it'll be next.
I'll show it next time.
Hopefully next time, because yeah. So this is my fully finished. Don't know if I think we showed this as just a finish, but now that it's been framed,
yeah, try to get less.
Trying to get less glare.
That's about as good as it's gonna get right there.
So took this to a local framer.
A lovely person, by the way.
Really liked their store. So we will probably be going back to them since we were looking for new framers.
Should we tell them why we stopped using Hobby Lobby?
We did all that.
Okay, cool.
We did that previous. But basically, it wasn't Hobby Lobby. It was Michael's. We gave the person that was our usual framer at Michael's left, and we gave them a year of attempts. And eventually, we said we're done with this. We spent too much money on this stuff to have this poor customer service, and so now we're supporting local. But I just love this frame that we found. That
was pretty.
It's like the perfect color teal to go with the Little Mermaid, because she's all about teal and purple. But it also looks kind of like driftwoody, or like
or painted barn.
Yeah, like boardwalk.
Yeah,
like boardwalk. And then of course I picked like the colors for the mats that go with her. So very, very much. I guess we can talk about the competition now.
Well, wait a minute before we do that. The company that we went with, we want to give them a shout out, and that's Pick a Frame here in Huntsville, Alabama.
Yes.
And they did a great job in providing us with a good selection of both mats and frames. The other thing that they provided for us, which is really kind of what I consider lagniappe, is we took Bear's birth announcement that I had finished that you guys saw before. It was finished, it was framed, but it had dirt in between the glass and the mats. And it was just totally not acceptable. And we didn't want to take it back to Michael's because it had already been at Michael's for
Yeah, we had the
2
whole
months,
month
3
behind it.
months.
Yeah, the whole Michaels thing.
The whole
So
Michael's
we
thing.
asked them to clean the mats.
So, and they did it for free.
Yes.
Literally
Very
did
nice
it for
of them.
free. They just looked at it and said, yeah, we'll take it apart, clean it, and put it back together.
Also,
And
the
they did it
main
for free.
Michaels is because we assumed that Michaels was actually cheaper than like local framing
Local framing
shops.
shops.
And so when we made the decision to stop going to Michaels,
We went to 2
we
different
went to
local.
2 different locals that we knew of. One was called Frame World, and the other was called Pick a Frame.
Pick a frame.
Frame World was very good as well.
Oh, awesome. They had a good
They had
selection.
good selection. Their pricing was not like any worse than
Their
Pick a
customer
Frame.
service was good.
Their customer service was great. So the main reason why we went with Pick a Frame was purely the frame itself.
The
But
selection.
we
They're
also
perfect.
just went to the other Michaels in town because Huntsville's big enough to have multiple Michaels. So we went to the other Michaels to just do the price check to see how much more expensive
the spread
because
was.
these local stores were. And they were actually, there was only like $10 to $15 difference. So,
Cheaper. Just a little bit cheaper.
yeah, we were
And
like,
they send their stuff out too. So
yeah, so we were like, no, we're gonna, especially because of that perfect frame. That frame was just too perfect. I was like, no, I have to. So we're probably gonna keep using Pick a Frame in the future, moving forward. Might still occasionally just stop by Frame World just to see if maybe they've got their frame selection might have something that's more perfect for the piece. But either way, we're going local. No more big box store. Michael's has really gone downhill recently, unfortunately.
it is unfortunate.
So that's our one fully finished that we have with us. I can always insert a picture of your car if you want.
Yeah, I could get you a picture of my car.
And
So this is a car that I did as part of a SAL.
no,
It's an Advent SAL. They do it
it's
as a
an
SAL.
advent calendar.
And it's an Advent calendar, and it's 3D.
And you guys have seen the pieces along the way.
Yeah.
So she finally
Finished
constructed it.
Has the lights in
Yes,
it.
it actually works. So we'll do 2 pictures. We'll do 1 picture, lights off.
1 picture, lights on,
1 picture, lights on.
lights on, lights on.
Lights on.
And truly the reason why it's put away is because it's still, even though it's
pretty
finished,
delicate.
it's kind of delicate.
Yeah.
And I need it to go to a regional competition in September, so it's all wrapped up in bubble wrap and put in a little box. and everything.
Because
So
this past Friday
we had a competition. Now we
cultural,
can lead in.
cultural arts fair / competition thing. It's we're part of a local group called the Family and
Community Education,
Community
FCE.
It's part of the FCE, and every year they hold cultural arts fair. It's got multiple categories: crochet, photography,
Quilting, about 15
like,
categories of
yeah,
quilting.
quilting categories, repurposing, ceramics, pottery, all of that kind of stuff. There are
Jewelry,
2 cross stitch categories. One is cross stitch
Cross-stitch.
counted, and the other is cross stitch other.
other.
Don't know what the other is. Haven't really figured it out.
It's usually stamped.
Stamped.
It's usually stamped.
Judges would know a stamped cross stitch from a non-stamped cross stitch.
Well, yeah, because a lot of the judges are more quilting background
just
or
not
crochet background.
Yeah. Either way.
Canning.
So I entered The Little Mermaid into the cross stitch category, and I got 2nd place. Our friend Cheryl got 1st with her whimsical witch. I'll put a picture of her thing
got it?
here. Yes, I took a picture
Oh,
of it
good.
because I wanted to show.
It was a gorgeous
Yeah,
piece.
very well done. Very good.
No,
So-
no negative on Cheryl. It's a great
no,
piece.
It's great. It's pretty big too. It's
bigger than
it's
The
bigger
Little
than-
Mermaid.
Bigger than The Little Mermaid, and hers is more portrait versus the landscape of Little Mermaid, but even then it's bigger. So both Cheryl's Whimsical Witch and The Little Mermaid will be going to regions in September. Mom's car she put into the toy category and got 1st. Yay! So she gets to go to region to
For my cross stitch project.
yeah, for her cross stitch
I
project.
also entered Bear's
Baby
birth
announcement.
announcement and the bobbin that I did.
Yeah,
Stacey Nash's
we
bobbin.
showed you last time. I'm pretty sure.
Bobbin won 0. I
It
kind of
it was in a very bloated
it
category.
was,
in
and
repurposing, which had like 12 entries. So.
it does. And the other thing I was up against was really it's a smaller project. It doesn't have the wow factor.
Yeah, I
honestly.
think people
Doesn't have they didn't quite understand it. But the car
Plus,
I'm pleased
they
with.
might like stick a thing. You know,
Could be, yeah, but that's
but
all it took.
still, Birdhouse was.
Oh, the birdhouse.
The
stuff.
same thing
Well,
that
we
won
can't say that,
second.
we can't
We
pay
can't be
any
negative.
because we never know. Yeah.
So really good birdhouse.
Yeah.
Um,
Your face. Anyway, so we did
So-
that Friday, and now I've put everything away that won in competition, except
Yeah.
for this Little Mermaid.
put this back in
It's
the
all
bag.
put away so that I can remember
safe
not to
spot.
forget it, because that'll be the issue, is we'll get there and go, what the freak am I?
And so we will maybe we'll film before then, maybe we won't. Who knows? But eventually there will be another Flosstube after, and we will tell you the results of the regional competition.
Yeah, and honestly, there's a state competition in November. So far as we know, it may be November before we give you copy. We don't know when. We don't know when we do.
We're not.
We don't have a clue. Anyway,
Moving on. But for the competition, I am advocating for more cross stitch categories.
and we're very hopeful she'll win first at regional.
Yes, I'm very hopeful I'll win first at regional, or at least second, because first and second go to state as well. I'm pretty confident I will. That mermaid is pretty nice.
I mean, it's pretty intricate.
It's pretty intricate and pretty complicated.
And I think that is actually one of the problems we have is the judges they don't really look too much at the intricacy and the technicality of doing the cross stitch. So the use of opalescence thread, the amount of it's got all the French knots, it's got like
bajillion colors. They don't recognize the fact that it's a Disney Dreams,
Miss Kincaid,
which within the cross stitch community, you all know those are notoriously bad.
Difficult.
Very hard.
Difficult to do. Not bad, difficult.
Well, bad in the fact that the threads, you might not get the correct thread color or the same number, the correct number of threads. So the kits themselves are not good. The patterns are pretty
difficult.
Difficult. The patterns are difficult, but the kits are
challenging.
Are not good quality compared to dimensions and stuff. So that's competition. That's probably a little bit of life updates. Sorry, you guys know
early, but it is what it is.
A schedule. Anyway, 2 finishes.
I have no finish.
You have one finish. The last time you saw this, I think it was still up in the sky.
I don't think you were even halfway done.
Well, I was halfway done, but I have finished Aurora Cabin.
Isn't it gorgeous?
Mom helped do the French knots. Let's zoom in.
Yeah, because that's the only credit I get is French knots.
But so I finally got this finished. Can you pull it your way? Get your face up.
I can't see what it is.
I know. I don't need you to see. I want them to see.
There it is. There it is.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I was trying to see where it was so I would know where it was.
So yeah. So I finished this. This is ready for framing.
Yep.
This may or may not go into next year's cultural arts, depending upon what other projects I might finish.
Yeah, there's the alicorn.
Yeah, if the alicorn gets finished, the alicorn's going in. If the alicorn does not get finished,
this one's going in.
This will probably go in. So that's my one finish. Thank you, Mom, for helping with the French knots.
You're welcome.
I don't enjoy French knots. They're just not fun.
They're not that difficult.
So then we have starts. Did you have any starts?
Oh yeah, I did. So I had a difficulty. We had difficulty at the framing shop once again. And I'm unsure.
At Michael's.
At Michael's framing shop. So I'm actually unsure whether I'm going to continue with this start as it is or go back and have what we tried to do.
What you're doing?
Well, that's what I'm going to talk about. All right. So this is one that I finished. This is a tiny town. One of the tiny towns.
You probably didn't bring your doodle.
You're right. I didn't bring my doodle. This is my tiny town, and it was a finish too.
I know, that's why.
Yeah. And
so the tiny towns we did as
a couple of years ago.
Yeah, not this past year, but the year before that. So 2024 into 2025 for our tables StitchCon Sal.
Right.
And Mom chose Christmas.
I chose Christmas Town, which is what you're seeing right there. And then what you're seeing, if you look down here, is you see a little bit of stitching because that's the start. And the reason why I had to think about a start is I took this to be framed and they could not do a 7-inch
like 7 inch.
7-inch high frame.
Had to be
At least
At
11 inches.
at least 11
I
inches.
think it was 11 inches it had to be.
That's stupid.
I thought so too. So what I decided I was going to do was I was going to do 2 towns or 3 towns on one.
Yeah, we had
fabric.
discussed this, and I was like, oh, well, you could put like Halloween and
And
Thanksgiving,
Thanksgiving
and then you have it up all for like
Right.
3 months, no problem.
And then what I decided I was going to do.
Apparently that decision was changed without
yeah.
anybody's notice.
So instead, you see, we've got the Heart and Hand Frosty Town, which has got different colors, obviously.
It's still winter.
But it's still it has the winter theme going with it. Yeah. So I did a start of putting that here underneath the Christmas Town.
So just got that first little tree bit.
Yeah, not much has been done on it. But
so are you just gonna do the 2? Are your plans to just do the 2 tiny towns? Just do Frosty and then get that framed?
That's actually the thought now. An alternative thought that has not been completely figured out is whether or not it would be better to undo all this stitching and see if Pick-a-Frame can do.
That's an option too.
Yeah, do just a 7-inch frame. And the reason why that's kind of a good idea from my perspective is because the colors on these 2 are very distinctly different. This is more in the red, blues, browns.
These are more true Christmas.
True Christmas or darker. I always think of it more as a muddy Christmas.
Saturated.
Versus this, which is although just as saturated, to use your word, is more in the blues and whites, blues, greens. So it makes it a little.
Yeah, but that's okay.
I don't know. I can't quite decide if it's just enough jarring. I mean
I think that'll look good.
Well, the only thing that really is see this color right here in the green, right there in the green, see that color? It matches the green over here on the Christmas tree.
Okay.
So that's pretty much the only thing that matches besides the little white. Well, I don't want it to clash.
It's not going to clash.
I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure.
I don't think it's going to clash.
Can you guys tell us if it's going to clash or not?
I think because these are so blues and greens and reds go together.
Well, I know. I took elementary art.
Yeah, so it'll be, I think it'll look good. But I want to know is if you do 2, are you going to do a third one up here? I don't think you've got.
I don't think I've got enough space to do a third. So I think it's going to end up like winter.
Yeah, that'd be
town
cute.
On one.
That would be cute.
So, but that's one start.
That's your start.
Yeah, that's
you have other. That's your.
I don't think I have another start. I have several that I've, for lack of a better word, started putting together. But that's
kidding.
Yeah,
it's different. Yeah. We don't want to talk about all the things we've given.
Lord knows, not me.
So I had one start while we were at StitchCon. I had a StitchCon start. This was my first time doing a StitchCon start. I decided to start my first Mirabilia, and it's this one with the mermaids. It's called Twisted Mermaids. I do not have a lot. I'm using all the called for floss. So
can you see it? It's really bad.
Yeah, so it's this green on. This is a purple lilac-y. Let's see if I have the information about the fabric. And this is the fabric project bag that I'm using. See, it's a little Hello Kitty mermaids. Get it because they're mermaids. So
go figure.
It's the whole thing. This is lilac, Murano, 32 count. That's all the information.
Are you doing one over?
I'm doing 2 over 2.
Okay.
I'm doing 2 over 2. I'm debating whether or not I want to try and figure out how to do 1 over 1 for like the skin, because a lot of people do 1 over 1 for when it gets to like the skin bits to help it look a little more delicate or something.
Yeah, but if you do that, are you going to have to reconfigure the?
Well, I think there's like conversions out there. That's one of the things like I need to look into.
Yeah, because going from 2 over 2 to 1 over 1.
The part I started is the green on the green mermaid's tail, so. Yeah, it's very hard to. There we go. Maybe there you can kind of see that when I tilt it that way. So not a lot, but a start.
More than my frosted tiny town.
A start is a start. Have I touched it since we got home from StitchCon? No. But that's okay. And I don't know who did this bag. I got this bag at StitchCon last year.
Yeah. And it was pretty.
I don't think they have a tag.
And we like the colors.
Yeah.
It's right here.
Oh, there is. Look at that. There's the tag. It is handmade by Lynn Adorney at Lynn X Stitches Creates. So they're pretty big. I like it. All right, so that is starts. Whips. What do you got for whips?
Oh, wow. I have a whip.
You have a
It's
whip?
one that I pull out. I've actually got more than one, but this is Cottontail. Everybody remember Cottontail? I think last time I only had part of his head.
Yeah, and you talked about how you missed you.
I did a mistake, yeah.
You
I still have the mistake still exists, by the way. I've decided to capitalize. How do you like that word? Capitalize on the mistake and make it look more 3D by putting the dark gray on top of the white, on top of the gray here, so that way it looks a little more 3D on the nose and the whiskers.
Gives it dimension.
Gives it dimension. Yeah, how do you like that? But instead of calling it a mistake, it's a happy accident. Oh yeah, I did a whole lot down here. I'm now at the part where that I think it's going to get a little bit more exciting because from here on down,
You actually have to
start
Where's
counting really close.
That's
the picture.
Ask you if you have the picture.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, here it is. Here is the picture. So I'm at the part down there toward the
So
bottom.
she's doing this version.
You might need to take it out of the plastic.
So she's doing this blue version.
Right.
Although your blue looks
I don't think I'm doing
a
it. I
different
think I'm
blue.
doing that. No, it's the same blue.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Comes out looking blue, I guess, later.
Yeah, maybe
but it's more of a blue-gray.
The process once you get the darker
blues in, it'll.
So you're gonna start getting to this
all the
filigree at the bottom.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. It's more. I'm at the very beginning of the filigree at the bottom. So yeah. I might actually finish this one. Although I keep in my head, I have like this one that I need to do, and I need to kit, and I need to get done, and I have what I call the shop.
Oh yeah, your shop project.
My shop
Kind
project.
of like how Aurora Cabin was my work project.
This was my shop project, and I may have to put it aside to put together a different shop project that's related to an event in February.
It will be
I can't tell you what it is. It's just an event in February.
It's a gift. Well, just say it's a gift for somebody.
It is a gift for somebody.
You're not gonna talk about event, but that's for people that watch that know about the event. It's
kind of important to know that I have something that's due in February, and I am notoriously slow.
We can just say it's Christmas.
I could.
Or Valentine's Day.
I'm notoriously slow.
But either way, it's a gift. So
it's a gift.
You guys will not be getting updates on that. Do you want to show them the fab? Well, no, because that's a different.
No, I can show that. Yeah, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Moving on. Oh, the other work in progress that I have is, I don't know if you guys remember,
both of us have ADD. It's horrible.
It is terrible to have two people have ADD doing it.
So this is what the order we're gonna go in, and then
totally blow it out of the park. So you guys remember when I told you about finishing my little? So adorable.
Last time I showed the flamingo.
Yeah. So now I'm working on
the camel.
The camel.
I love his little sweater.
And the camel. See, Courtney told me I had to get pictures, but I didn't.
And then she didn't actually pull out the
pictures.
You gotta pull out the pictures so that we can show people the pictures, but
so
not the pattern. The picture.
Oh, well, finding the pattern, finding the pictures is always difficult because I think it's on this page. All right.
Okay, so she's working on
blue flowers.
Here's blue by the blue flower Christmas carousel. Oh, also, Cottontail is Hello from Liz Matthews.
Yes.
Aurora Cabin was Dimensions Kit. We already said that Twisted Mermaids was Mirabilia by Nora Corbett. Frosty Town Tiny Town is Heart in Hand. So Christmas Carousel, the blue flower. Right. So she's working right now. She's working on
the camel.
Trying to make there we go. The camel.
And
the camel.
I just love his little sweater. That's what you're seeing is the camel's little sweater.
It's so cute.
It's so cute. But I realized whenever I was doing the ribbing for the sweater, which is what this little bitty bright green right there, that's the ribbing for the sweater.
Mm-hmm.
That somehow or another I had to have gotten a count wrong somewhere, which I'm notorious for as well. I can't count. I've told people that I do count across stitch, but I can't count. So I'm going to have to go back through and go row by row and figure out where I've screwed up the stitching so that I can frog it. Hopefully it's not screwed up at the very top. An alternative, honestly, is because it's right here in the middle and I've only got the body left back here. I may,
Well, you gotta make
Ignore
sure
it.
that it's just a problem with the ribbing and not a problem with the sweater.
well, yeah, I mean, right now I think the sweater looks fine, and that's what I mean. If it's just the problem with it's not. It's a problem with the sweater. Guarantee you that. But what I may do is just keep doing it and figure out how to not do that row in the body, because that's what the body is later. So
Okay.
yeah, I mean it's a mistake. It's not a happy mistake. It's never a happy mistake. Gosh, I hate the fact that I can't count. But on the other hand, I've been cross stitching since I was probably about 10. And that's 60 years of cross stitch. So I'm not gonna stress over.
Is that all your whips?
No, I have another whip that's not here, but I'm not gonna. It's happy everything, and I
Oh
have.
yes, that's all your whips.
Yeah, for now, that's it.
That's all the whips you worked on since we last
Correct.
filmed. Okay.
You gotta be.
Then
You
I
gotta be
didn't want
precise.
to be that specific.
Gotta be
because
precise,
I
man.
thought that was implied.
Here's a whip
All
that
right,
Courtney's
this is
working
the
on.
whips. This is the Flower Dragon Meadows Sal. I have no idea where I was previously. I think I was still.
I think you were way over here
I
at
was
the
way
turquoise.
here
Yeah,
with
way
the-
over
with
here.
the red one.
I don't think you had even
So-
started the red.
I had started. I'm pretty sure I'd started the red. So I did the red, which was part 4. I did the brown dragon, which was part 5, and I am now on the very last part,
Truce.
part 6, which is a green dragon. So yeah, I'm ready to be done with this one. I enjoy it, but it just
Yeah.
I do enjoy it, but it's a lot of color changing, and like I'm used to I'm used to a lot of
Yeah, color
color changing.
changing isn't.
But I
as big a
think I
deal.
don't know what it is about. I think it's the the spacing, the jumping around. You know what I mean? Like it's not full. I'm so used to full coverage
Well,
that
what will now be spoken is the fact that I haven't even finished the
She's-
first dragon
yeah, she's
because I did the
used-
first dragon and I did all of these flowers over here, you know,
down here
and down
that
there.
was the first one.
And after I got done doing, I think I'm
I think you actually
3
might have started
quarters
this.
maybe almost finished with the pink dragon. And the more I did it, the more I was just not happy with the.
You weren't enjoying it.
I wasn't enjoying it because
Yeah.
to me it looks a little too pixelated.
Yeah, which is
Which
the
I think is
style.
that's the
It's
style.
It's Floxy,
But,
so it's
yeah.
by Flossy Fox Shop. Say that 7 times fast.
I love the
and that is
colors.
her style. Her style is very pixelated, and I love the colors. But I agree, there's something about it that just like I enjoy stitching on it in small
Increments of time.
increments of time, unlike most of my other projects where that I can get like immersed and then I look at my phone and I'm like, oh my god, 3 hours have gone by. I don't get that very often because I have a baby now, but so
Mine may turn into a UFO.
yeah, which is for those of
We're
you that
strongly
are
considering it.
not aware, UFO means unfinished object, which means you just decide, I am not enjoying this project, I am not going to finish it, I'm going to release it into the ether and
And stick it in my project
and
box.
release my guilt and never worry about
Yeah.
it ever again.
I'm not
And
feeling
it's-
guilty about it.
I highly doubt this is going to get framed once it gets finished, to be honest.
Yeah, again, it's
Because
there's
I
something
have
about
no
it that
idea where I would put
where
it.
would you put it?
I probably like it, but
Well, we could maybe find a cheap frame
yeah, I don't. Once
or,
this is
or
finished,
turn it into a pillow. It would make a really good
that
pillow.
was a very big pillow. I don't.
Pillow. Hand it to me. I'll finish it as a pillow.
So
You don't want it as a pillow. Bear might want it. It's
just
dragons,
just gonna go. In,
dinosaurs.
I'm just gonna go in a box.
Okay, what else have you got? Work in progress. Because I saw you working on something.
Yeah,
Therefore, it
I'm
is work in
working on
progress.
something.
She's writing,
I'm taking notes so that I know what we talked about.
which is a good thing because I don't remember.
These people like take their notes before they film so that they know
We
what
have
they
trouble.
need to talk about.
Mm.
Whereas we do it the opposite. We film, we talk about it, and then I would take notes so that I remember what we talked about. So the next time. Okay, so this is the one that I was working on. Oh,
Like
so
3 minutes ago.
here's a picture of what the Flower Dragon Meadow Sal will look like when it is completed. Okay.
Okay.
So
Moving
next is Plum Pudding by Glendon Place.
which is really pretty.
Here's my I forgot. Here's my ribbon that
There's
I
your
got for
ribbon.
second place.
Yeah.
ADD strikes again. Plum Pudding, Glendon Place. This is a purple mandala that I have been working on. I think the only time you guys have seen this was in our very first video when we did our first whip parade, which we're gonna have to do a whip parade again soon. And I think the only parts that I had done was like the big middle circle and then these bigger eyelets that are around the side. I think those were really the only pieces I had done. So since then,
Is this now your office project?
this is my new work project at the moment. I have gotten quite a bit done. I got this whole corner of here done. Why are you not paying attention?
I am paying attention because I'm not on screen, so I can sneak while you're doing that.
You're hearing noises.
Well, excuse me for breathing.
Yeah. So I got this whole corner, this quarter of it done. And I've got this whole quarter of it done. I am working on this little, it's gonna match this guy, but over here. So I'm gonna finish that. Whoop, whoop. It's very hard to do this watching yourself on, backwards. And then I need to finish out the square bits that'll match here. And then I'm gonna move down to this quarter. So yeah,
I think it looks really great.
Yeah, and this is my first time using silk threads.
Have you found any difference in using silks versus your cotton?
Thread magic, like thread conditioner, is your friend, especially with dinky dyes. Dinky dyes, for some reason, like to tangle up a bunch, and I think it's because of the way, like,
One of these is dinky dyes.
the way that they curl them up.
Yeah.
Are you? So
I think one of these is dinkies.
probably you don't get to pull it out. Don't pull it out. So
ADHD strikes again.
yeah, I know. So use
Use thread
the
magic.
lady at Cross Stitch Peddler put like
Someday we'll figure out her name. She told us her name, and we've been going there for literally
like 3 years.
3 years. Frequently, I would say every 3 months or so. We forgot her name.
Yeah. But she put like the fear of God, maybe not the fear of God, but she intimidated me into using silks. She was like, have you ever used silks? And I was like, no. She's like, okay, well, you can't like, she asked if I was a fast stitcher, I think. And I was like, I don't.
Yeah, she did. That was the question.
I stitch how I stitch.
I think she was thinking if you go
Like, if I
fast, it twists more.
Yeah, you don't want to pull too fast because then it causes too much friction between the silk and the fabric, and then the silks get all frayedy or whatever. And then also she like talked me into buying a very special needle which has like a little ball point at the end so that you push it through the hole and it makes the hole bigger to help prevent friction. And so I think all of that got in my head and I was like overthinking my stitching, and so my threads would start to like
separate. Yeah, they'd start to, one would get longer than the other.
And if they're variegated, you don't want them to, because then your colors are going to get out of whack. So I was texting with Dawn, and she recommended flat ironing the strands of
floss.
thread. So I tried that. She suggested using thread magic, thread conditioner. I did that. She suggested doing both at the same time. I started to think maybe I'm just in my head too much. I switched out the needles. I stopped doing the flat iron. I still use the thread magic. And I do not have my threads going like this. Now they do this, which is normal. Like I'm not used to. So thread magic is your friend. The dinky dyes, even with the thread magic, still not a lot, but that might just be because of the way that they're twisted up whenever they're hanging on a thing. So, but yes, silks. First time using silks. I think this is my first mandala. Eventually there will be beading, but first I got to get the rest of it done. So, yeah, but this is my new while I'm at work whip, which we'll have to tell you more about that.
Yeah,
during
later.
life updates. During life updates. I'm not going to go off on that. We've already gone on like 17 tangents. So, and then my last whip is
gorgeous.
What I worked on while we were at StitchCon. I don't think I got a whole bunch. I think it was just this one column, which I wasn't even able to finish. But I think that column is all I've done since you last saw it. And this is what I worked on mostly while I was at StitchCon. So I don't remember what percentages I'm at or anything. Here's a picture of what it will look like once it's done. I know I'm at least 90%. So I'm like really close to being done. I just need to finish it.
It's hard to do that with the boy.
It was very hard to do that with a baby because this used to be my living room.
You can't put it in the
cross-stitch.
living room.
I can't put it in the living room because I have a baby. So, and I also don't really have much time. By the time he goes to bed, I'm usually tired and I want to go to bed. So I turn.
Yeah.
Life is hard. It's not really that hard. I love my baby. I would not trade him for the world, but I would like to finish that project. It's going on 4 years, over 4 years old. So, I think
That's okay.
Yeah, I know, but it's just one of those I've got other projects. I have so many things I want to work on. There's just not enough time.
You're just gonna have to live forever.
Okay.
That's
I'll
what
work
I'm
on
working on.
I'll work on it. So let me put down the last two. All right. So let's talk about StitchCon. So
StitchCon.
we went to StitchCon. We were in weekend A, which was June 10th through like the 15th.
We took
Bear with us.
We took Bear. He was not pulling up. He was barely crawling.
Well, I mean, no, he was still pretty good at getting from point A to point B. He does not crawl. He doesn't do normal hand.
He army crawls.
He army crawls. He's.
You can hear him because he actually grunts while he does this. It's pretty funny.
But when we got out there, we drove out
the day before.
Wednesday. Was it Wednesday or was it Tuesday?
Wednesday.
And we met Dawn and Paige for dinner with Bear so that they could see Bear.
He was perfectly fine.
He's happy.
Ate dinner.
Flirting with the waitress. And then we went back to our hotel room, went to bed, and at around midnight, he just suddenly did not feel good, couldn't get him to settle. He
would sleep for about an hour if he was laying on Gigi's chest and being bounced. I'm laying like this, bouncing. Yeah. And after a while, he'd go to sleep and I could stop bouncing. So I probably got for
about an hour, like max hour at a time.
Yeah, I think I got like maybe 20 minutes sleep.
He would do his little whining noise.
He was so sad.
So sad. Didn't really want anything to drink because we kept thinking maybe he's hungry. He wasn't hungry. Finally realized that he felt warm.
He had a fever.
He had a fever and he was kind of listless. He was just like...
He just wanted to lay and whine. Yeah.
So we decided to take him to the Cincinnati's Children's Hospital ER at about 7 o'clock in the morning.
And they were nice. So sweet.
Very nice. We were in and out. They had
respiratory.
Had a ton of snot, so they snot suckered him. They determined he was also having little tummy issues. So they determined that he had an upper respiratory infection and a gastrointestinal thing going on at the same time. And it just like was knocking the crap out of him. So he was not his very normal happy self.
They put the poor baby on Zofran for something like 3 days.
Yeah, we had to stick little Zofran tablets in his mouth because those dissolve. So we just shove it in there, and then we would give him like ibuprofen to help with like his headaches and stuff. But he absolutely hated taking the ibuprofen. He was throwing up also. Anytime you would give him ibuprofen, he would throw up. And I think now it's because he had so much mucus in his stomach. Right. It was not fun. Doing
that part of StitchCon.
Well, that's why they gave him the Zofran.
Thursday and Friday, as much as we enjoyed seeing our friends and being there, it was not a happy day. Kind
of keeping not much stitching, keeping an eye on the baby, making sure the baby was okay. He was okay. I mean, and everybody loved him. Everybody come by. And here's a picture of like the setup we had for him at StitchCon. We brought a play mat and then like a play yard fence thing, as you can see in the picture, and toys, and that was his area. We
called it baby jail.
The only problem was that he never wanted to be in
baby jail
alone
unless somebody else.
So somebody me or mom, had to be sitting in baby jail with him
He played.
while he played. So that's part of the reason why we didn't get a lot of stitching done.
It's almost 100% why we didn't get much stitching done.
Yeah.
And exhausted. Oh my God. I think I was
Yeah.
dying. I was so exhausted.
But we had a lot of
Had a great
fun.
time.
We got
Loved
to
being
see
with
all the-
Paige and
We got to meet some new people. We handed out our needle minders.
do you have a sample of the needle minders anywhere? So we
Yeah.
spent quite a bit of time putting together a batch of needle minders that we gave away. Are we taking these to Chatelaine?
Yes, we are.
Okay. So we're going to take these same.
So we had Dawn's daughter Katie created us a logo for our channel. You'll notice that's our avatar now for the channel, called the Stitching Grounds. I'm the mermaid, Mom's the flamingo.
Because I'm all about the flamingo.
Yeah, because that's what,
That's my entire identity.
So, and she also designed this business card for us that we got printed at FedEx, and we printed a bunch of those out, and we stuck the needle minders on them so that we can hand them out. So this is one of the needle minders, Little Mermaid needle minder.
And they were pretty simple. They're charms that we purchased, and then we spent quite a bit of time putting the magnets on. And
By quite a bit of time, which means like 3 hours, which is quite a bit of time. But last year we did beaded keychains that took 3 weeks. So this is a much better idea.
we're probably going to continue with this idea.
Yeah. Or something. Who knows?
But yeah, so we gave out needle
Yeah,
minders, which was pretty cool.
yeah, which a couple of people I think have mentioned on their YouTubes.
I'm glad they enjoyed them.
Well, I think it was just like whenever they were going through. I hope they enjoyed them.
Hope they enjoyed them.
I have not watched all of the recaps. I did watch the Lancaster Stitchers recap because it gave me the notification that she mentioned us. And so that was very nice of her to mention us in her video. So yeah, we handed those out. Donna came with us, and we weren't sure how, like, what she was going to think about.
She's a knitter.
She's a crocheter
and a knitter.
much
She
more
does
than
that kind of yarn
thing
art.
cross stitch. She's got like one or two things I think I've seen at her house that are cross stitch that I didn't do.
I'm not even sure she did them, honestly.
I'm not entirely
I don't know
sure.
who did her cross stitches.
So we invited her, and she said yeah, sure, she'd come. So
we made room for her at our table.
yeah, we made sure she got to sit with us at our table, and she apparently loved it. Like,
she went bananas.
If she had a budget, I'm pretty sure she blew through that budget
on the first day.
She was good. And then the problem with StitchCon, which is not really a problem, this is like first world problem, is that there's like the stitching room where that you all sit and you got your tables and you cross stitch, and then there's the annex, which is a trunk show, which usually has somewhere, I think, like 50 designers. And they've got like fabrics, they've got project bags, they've got patterns, needle minders, notions, all those kinds of things. And that's like right across the hall from the stitching room. So while you're sitting in the stitching room for 3 days, there's just this shop of beautiful, amazing things that you can just walk over and buy, and it's very tempting, and you just love it so much. So that, I think she fell victim to that.
Which was wonderful. She loved it.
Oh yeah, she loved it. I mean, we fell victim to it ourselves. So this is a common problem of you're gonna spend way too much money at StitchCon. I got the shirt. Well, I got the shirt ahead of time so that I could wear it at StitchCon. And I also got a hoodie. Mom got a shirt as well,
and a hoodie.
Yes. So we wore those while we were there. Donna had a great time. Donna said she's gonna come back next year. We gotta figure out when the wait list opens, which I think is around August.
August usually.
And then
we'll get an email usually.
Did we get an email?
I think you get an email if you've been there before.
Maybe. So yeah, we got to have a lot of fun, and then we did a lot of there's the freebie table. I didn't actually go to the freebie. I think I walked past the freebie table, and it was usually when I had Bear in my hands, and I was like, I don't have the bandwidth to dig through. Like, the freebie table is usually a mess because you get all these ladies like digging through it, which is totally fine. But my ADD usually is like, I don't want to deal with that.
Well, the odd thing about StitchCon 2, the freebie table this year was, last year Courtney and I took 5 boxes. Count it, 5 boxes full of
Old
older
magazines.
older cross stitch magazines, like Just Cross Stitch Today, all of these
Yeah,
old magazines. I would say about
I
two
don't
and a
know.
half of the boxes were there this year, which I'm happy as a clan that they were there. Because some of them have some really cute patterns in them, some
yeah.
really cute patterns. But you have to kind of go through the magazines to
You
find.
dig through.
I don't want to do that. And plus, we had already done that, so we'd already gone through them, so we knew which ones. That was one thing. But the freebie table had some items, and that was kind of cool. I think I only picked up 2 or 3, whereas usually I pick up a whole.
Dawn picked me up 2 things.
Yeah, but our haul. I guess, are we going to start on haul now,
So, do you want to start with
or do you want to do what we got for
what we got for
smalls?
Smalls.
So StitchCon has a little thing called Smalls Exchange, and it's essentially a gift exchange. And
You cross stitch a small thing, and it's usually like a 3D finish. I created a biscornu. Here is a couple of pics. It was a double-sided
it
biscornu.
was very pretty.
One side was the moon, one side was the sun. So here's the moon side, here's the sun side, and then here's kind of like a side picture of the biscornu, different angles, so you can see the whole thing. And then and I put like little fairy twinkle lights in my bag, because there were 2 different types. There was smalls only, which is where that, like, if you had only made the biscornu, you could put it in a bag and do an exchange with other people that had only done stitchy things. Or there was smalls with extras. And
Small plus,
yeah, we did the small extras, so which is where you do your smalls thing and then like a couple of little gifts. So I did like a little nightlight thing and some fairy lights, and it was not very expensive. And I put it in a little bag that had stars, because I had a theme. There was a theme, celestial theme. And that was what I gave away. Mom, you did.
I also did a biscornu.
Yeah, you did the dragon.
I did a dragon
which
biscornu
we've
with a
shown
castle.
before. I don't know if we have any pictures of it.
I don't know did we show it as completed?
I
don't remember.
don't
Anyway,
remember. I know we
hopefully
showed,
I
like,
have a
the
picture.
Completed. I don't know if we showed the fully finished, but we showed the like stitching part.
If we didn't show, and I don't even know if I have any pictures of it, honestly, the whimsical thing that I tried to put in that one, because I try to do something a little different in most of mine, was I found buttons that were kind of cool, like because on the back of the dragon biscornu was a castle, and so on the front I put a fairy house, and on the back I put a key.
Yeah.
So keys to the castle and the fairy house that the
I just did stars.
She did stars on hers, which
very
was
specific.
which
I was
what she
really
was doing.
I wanted to do a star on the moon side and a cloud.
But we couldn't find cloud buttons.
But I couldn't find clouds, so I was like, I'll just do 2 stars.
But on mine, I did it so that it was, kind of whimsical. But then I also did plus, so I included, I don't know, I think I included some thread conditioner and some
She didn't have a theme.
Lotion. I had no theme. I'm all about
those. Here's some extra.
I'm all about here's some extra stuff, and that's what I gave her, was some cool extra stuff. And what we got in our exchange, because of course we got to participate, which was fun.
You get a number, and then they call like batches of numbers, and when
they don't do them in order. So
no, when your number gets called, you go and like whatever's left, whatever bags are left, you pick which bag.
I had the very last bag, which was funny. Your number. I had to go back to the table.
The number so that they could be like, oh yes, you really did participate. So this was my bag. It says spring.
You're much better at this than I am. I didn't do that.
Well, it's just because I haven't unpacked since we got home. So this
is
cute little pillow that I got.
Counter.
Yep. With a counter
pen. This is
a count with a counting pen. Got a little smiley face, and then it's got like a little button on the back. From whoops,
my counting pen
fell out. They're very short.
Yeah, I'm used to longer counting pens.
I think there might be another. Yeah, there's another one in here. But so it's Hello Spring, and then this was not part of it,
which I think is a doodle.
I think it's a doodle also. I don't think that was part of it.
No, that was a giveaway.
She also gave me some Milan Minta
I think they're chocolate.
candies. Yeah, they're like they're some sort of chocolate, but they're like cream-filled chocolates from the picture.
And they're from Puerto Rico.
They're from
No, not Puerto Rico.
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
Pin Pillow with Thy Needle and Thread, Spring Trio by Brenda Gervais, fabric 18 count Atomic Ranch Prairie Land, stitched by Laura Zuniga Vargas. And she gave me this other little counting pin with a butterfly. Teeny tiny counting pins. I got a shot glass.
From Costa Rica.
A Costa Rica shot glass.
Isn't that cool? Look, it's got a sloth on it.
So, and a
And
parrot.
parrots.
Yeah. And then she gave me this like straw topper.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that was part of hers. And she gave me this like scissors fob or keychain fob, which has got a butterfly and a little heart. So thank you, Laura, for creating this and putting this together.
So which was kind of odd, but what was really interesting was the bag that Laura got
Was mom.
was mine.
Yeah.
So we all met up at the table, and we had a picture made with Laura, which was kind of, or I had a picture made with
Yes,
Laura. I
you
don't
did.
think you were there yet.
No.
You were off with Bear. So that was kind of a serendipitous thing that happened. Is
Yeah.
Courtney's bag was from Laura,
And then
and
Laura's bag.
Laura's
was from
bag
Mom.
was from me, and I never found out who did my bag, but what they gave me was this really cool
Little cardinal.
with his,
And like a
know,
little tiny-
patriotic cardinal.
Yeah.
And then
in his little in a little pie tin.
he's in a pie tin. So he's a needle. What do you call those?
Pin cushion.
Pin cushion, yeah, pin cushion. And then she gave me this, which is a needle box. It has a Nito Tufo Kulo magnet in the bottom, which comes in really handy for your needles, of course, and pins. And there's also I didn't bring it with me, but there was also a small bag about this big that had the exact same pattern as on my little needle box. Yeah, so kind of a cool little collection of things. And so I thought that was kind of cool. I never found out who gave it to me. I also never found out no, Laura got mine. We never found out who got yours.
Got mine.
She didn't interact much, but then there was a baby.
Yeah, I had a baby. It happened.
Okay.
So, but that was fun. I think I will do smalls again in
Probably.
the future, and I will leave myself more than 3 weeks to put it together.
Yes, well, she was actually giving up, and I was like, dude, you can you always do something in the office instead of doing whatever you were doing in the office. Do your smalls exchange. She did get it done, and I knew she would.
Well, I didn't so I had bought different fabric so I used the sun fabric. I bought that fabric when we went to Barefoot Needles, Needleworks, something, I don't know, last year before Bear. I think we talked about that trip in one of our previous Flosstubes. And I had also bought fabric for the moon side, but I did not like the fabric for the moon side that I had gotten once I actually started looking at it, because I was like, this is too close to the sun side. I want it to be like very different. So I ended up ordering the called for, which is like sapphire, I think, and had to wait for that to come in. And we were going out to Virginia to help Eric with something, and I was afraid the fabric wasn't going to get here in time. And thankfully, I got here like the day before, so it ended up being the perfect fabric. Sometimes you just gotta go with the called for. But yeah, I was not, because I thought like the construction of the viscorny was going to take forever.
It didn't.
It didn't.
It didn't.
It didn't. It took like a day. I mean, it kind of hurt my hands doing the whip stitch around the edge, but
not that difficult.
Not that hard. I think because I started it inside out because I was going to try the way that you did it, and then I was like, I don't really like the way that you did it. It just wasn't working for me. But because we had started it inside out, I had to continue it inside out. So I think maybe the next viscorny I'm going to try
the whip stitch.
The whip stitch with the outsides on the outside.
Yeah.
Instead of the outsides on the inside and then fold it in.
And I'll admit, when I did my viscorno, I really wasn't happy with how it was coming out.
The whip stitch was actually really easy.
The construction of the viscorno was actually harder than anything else. Was trying to figure out how to get it, because you had, and I was very
Yeah.
I was very anal retentive. She'll tell you.
You know, you can, if you want to turn that into a pillow, you can finish that for a pillow, and I'll finish your future biscornues.
That sounds like a plan. Because the thing, I mean, she'll tell you, I was very anal retentive. I knew exactly what was the middle.
Well, I knew what the middle was.
And I knew, and
you have to.
well, yeah, because you have to make sure the corner goes to the
Yeah.
middle. But, and then I knew exactly what was the middle where the buttons needed to go in the whole 9 yards. I mean, but I marked them. I did, I don't think
I
you
didn't
marked
mark
yours.
mine.
Yeah, you weren't, you were nowhere near as anal retentive on it as I was.
I was like, oh, I probably should have marked the middle.
Yeah, so I marked the middle with a stitch, and
I was getting the needle through to sew the buttons on, because you didn't stuff yours.
I didn't stuff mine as full.
I stuffed mine pretty full.
Hers was pretty firm.
And so trying to get the needle, and you want it to go in a very specific spot on the other side,
because you got a button on the other side.
And that was probably the most frustrating part of the story.
Yeah. So each of us had different issues. Mine, I didn't have any problem with that because I didn't stuff mine. But I might make one just for you,
just for me, because I really.
I would do it. I would do a different pattern.
No, I want to.
Well, you got time to look for you got enough time to look for a cloud.
Yeah, I've got So I've got a couple of other biscornu patterns, but I really liked that one. I want to make that one.
Sounds like a plan then.
So maybe someday might. So
that was what we got, and that's what we did for Smalls Exchange.
Yeah. So that was. I don't think there was much more.
Oh, there was the gimmies. There was the freebies. So the freebies at.
Do you have? Oh, those the swag.
Yeah, the swag.
The swag that the StitchCon people gave us. They gave us this really nice bag. It's
nice logo and it's kind of, and it's by Field and Co. Pocket. I've got something in that pocket. Yeah. And then on the inside, it's got a pocket here.
I haven't actually looked at one.
And then it's got another pocket here, so it has 2 pockets on the inside. And then we also got this, which is
it's got these handles, and then it's also got like a
shoulder strap.
Shoulder strap.
It also has pockets over here on the side. You know, I mean, and it's kind of a felty material.
It's I was to say like fleecy sweater.
Fleecy, felty, yeah. And then also, a lot of people were using.
They were using these things.
They were using this, and I didn't use this because we
bought ours at the first.
We have ours from a couple years ago.
But this is a pattern holder.
This is a pattern holder. The thing I do like about this pattern holder is it is.
You can hold flat.
Flat.
It was magnetic.
I think it goes like.
Is it magnetic or was it?
No, it doesn't go like that. It doesn't come with instructions.
Okay, well, let's not figure this out right now.
We'll figure it out later. But yeah, the question Coca-Cola has, it's not magnetic. It doesn't have any magnets in it. But a lot of people were using this to hold their patterns as they were stitching. And so as we were walking through the room, and that was one of the funny things, because Bear was so sick when we were there, I didn't actually go through mine. Neither of us had a chance to go through our swag. We're like, wow, where did they get that? Wow.
And then sat there, we're like, yes, yeah, it's Dawn, either Dawn or Paige were like, oh yeah, those are.
Yeah, it must do something. I don't know. It has to go somehow. We're not gonna do this here, but it's just ADHD again. Sorry, ADHD again.
It's the free stuff. Let's say free.
And this apparently is from Chantel's 141.
Chantel. The person. I think she does a lot of like wooden things like that you can use for finishes.
But this was a really cool little thing, and the thing I really do like about it, once I figure out how to actually use it, is the portability of it.
Yeah, because
ours is not flat by any long stretch of the imagination, and so is difficult at times to figure out how you're going to pack it. It's very helpful. It has a little magnetic spot on it to put your needles or pins on. Right here. Here's a little magnetic spot, and then it has a place for your pattern to rest, and it just rests back against this. Yeah, you can show that one, and it rests back like this, and then you can do your stitching. It works really cool.
And you can put your tablet there.
But it is bulky to travel with.
This does not fold down.
No, and this folds flat. So I'm going to probably take both. Once I figure out how to put this together, I'm probably going to see if this will work, because most of my patterns that I work with are paper patterns versus using any type of program for my pattern.
Think about getting some sort of like
Tablet
binder.
Yeah, binder clips, I
So
agree.
to
To
keep
hold them
the-
on, yeah.
Yeah.
Either binder clips or your banana clips. I mean, I don't have any
Banana
hair,
clips
so if you
for
see me
people-
with banana
You-
clips,
Banana clip for paper patterns on that little thing. You just need little binder clips.
well, binder,
hold the-
but you gotta make sure you got, yeah, we'll figure it out. Because I gotta look at the length of the binder clip.
Some,
to close it.
some sort of clip,
Some sort of clip.
but
It's-
not a claw clip.
All right. What else do we?
So I think that's kind of everything StitchCon event wise.
Right.
Normally I'm a lot more organized as to like the stuff, because a lot of people, we handed out needle minders. A lot of people come by and just like hand out free stuff, right, to advertise.
Yeah, little
Or just to be nice,
gimme.
or sometimes to like advertise their
so,
hit.
like for instance, here's a
From the Clover Stitchers.
from the Clover Stitchers. Direction. They gave us an Anito Tefokulo
Little
needle book with
Yeah, but it's
with
like a little
keychain on it that you can add. So that was kind of a cool little thing.
I normally have mine in like
Normally we're good at
previous 2
organizing,
years. I'm like, I'm gonna put all of them in this bag.
which we usually do.
That did not happen this year because I had a baby.
Oh my God, Bear took
So like
huge amounts of
I know-
brain pan space.
I
I
got
got
this
one
one
of those, I got one of those,
Stitchers,
which was cool.
Yep, it's a corner ruler thingy.
Yep. Which was
So-
really
and it's
cool. And I
also got
like
a 2026 charm if I can get it to.
and I like that one too because it's nice and colorful. And it
I think this was from somebody.
no, you bought that for pay. You bought that
No.
for Dawn, didn't you?
I gave her the ones I bought.
I thought that
I have no idea where this came
Is that
from.
Gloriana?
No,
I don't know where that came from. then.
it's cotton pearl cotton.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I know.
I don't think I have anything other than.
This is from Milka from Mega.
Oh yeah.
So
I forgot about Milka's. It's sitting in my house.
she gave me this like
Yep.
little frog pen that says, "I forgot." Frog.
Oh my God, I'm so
He's so
forgot.
cute. I'm probably gonna try and turn this into a needle minder. Because the needle minders we did were just charms. We didn't have to like Dremel off the back of them.
Mhm.
And I would really like to try that. Was that you?
It's gonna rain somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Probably by the house.
And there's this little magnet. Didn't come with the back, so I don't think it's a needle minder.
But it can be one.
It can be one if I get one. There, she had this like mystery bag thing, and I think what was in my mystery bag.
What's that turtle?
No, the turtle was already in there. I think it was this frog. Let me get this big thing out so that I can get to the little things. Okay, I think inside the mystery bag was
Oh, yeah.
a little kitty cat.
That's so cute.
So I'll
You
put,
should put that in your stitchy box.
maybe, but my stitchy box, I'll probably put the turtle in the stitchy box because the turtle goes with my
Theme.
mermaid theme. We showed you the stitchy box last time. I don't know if you guys can. So I'll probably put the turtle in. This cat, maybe I think it's a cat, will probably go on one of my door frames.
Door frames.
But so this is her card that she gave us, Mega Stitches, on both Instagram and on YouTube. And I think she started to do some cross stitch designs, which is cool. I haven't seen it. And then she also gave
Both of us.
this beautiful little trinket bowl that
I'm scared to use.
I have no idea where I'm going to put it
That Bear won't
because
get
I
it.
don't want it to break. So I don't want Bear to get it. And I also don't want my cat to knock it off. So I'll probably put it high on a bookshelf. But thank you very much, Milka, for giving.
Yes,
my
thank
mom
you.
ladies. Oh,
Thank you.
Remind me later to ask you a question that she asked me.
Okay, I'll remind you after we turn off the video.
Yeah. So let me put all these things.
So yeah, I didn't do a very good job this year either of keeping track of what people gave us as table gifts, and I'm gonna straight out just apologize to
These are the only
anyone
things
who
I'm
gave
gonna-
us a table gift. With Bear being ill for like the
yeah.
first dang on
I
your
think just having Bear
24
just made
hours,
it-
yeah, the brain space just wasn't quite
Yeah, I
quite
was
where it should have been.
organized. But so we gave table gifts to our table mates, which were like a little thing. And
It was
Mom
a
usually put them together.
little carrying case that had
A little self-care.
little self-care things. So there was lotion in it. There
Yeah.
was a face mask. There was moisturizing socks.
Oh, that's the question I had. What were those things? 'Cause
Moisturizing
Milka was like,
socks.
does this go on my foot or on my elbow?
It goes on your foot. You can put it on your elbow. Moisturizing, it doesn't matter. It's just for your.
So are they already?
They all, yeah, they're gel, so
they've
they're
already
supposed to
got
help.
stuff
You
in
put
there?
lotion. No, you don't. You put lotion on, and then you put them on, and it
So it goes
helps
on
the
your
lotion.
heel.
It goes on your heels.
Milka goes on your heels.
Milka goes on your heels, honey. But you can
After you
put it
put
on your
lotion.
elbows if you want to, because nobody's gonna. Are you planning
Oh,
on going out
no.
in public with them on? Probably not. So nobody
No,
cares.
But
And then I think it also had. I think we put
you
a
put some
needle
thread conditioner.
and a needle puller, one of those little needle puller things. I don't know
These
what they're
like
called. They're
the
green.
needle grabbers.
Yeah, needle grabbers.
The ones that you got were blue. The ones I have that I bought
We're
a couple
green.
years ago are green and they're like flower shaped.
Right.
The ones mom was able to find are blue with circles. I was toying with trying to make some, but
Yeah, it needs to be a little bigger.
it needs to be, I think it needs to be a little bigger. So I gotta find a bigger hole punch. So those are the table gifts that we gave, and then our friends.
Oh my God, our
Dawn
friends
Page,
blow us away
Well,
every
see,
freaking
every
every year they blow us away. We're dying.
and they're like, here's this thing that we put together, and like we bought all these different things, and we just kind of like threw them in a thing, and we feel like it, and they're like, we made this for you. And it's like, oh my god,
Seriously.
oh, they made project portfolios, project portfolios for us. Can you believe this? Because Paige made these, and Dawn helped. Oh, yep. That's not part of it.
Yep.
And they gave us like, so this is Dawn's card for the Fob Factory. You guys know Fob Factory, we love her. She gave us some counting pens and tulips
And if you look
and a tulip straw cover thingy. And then Paige made these
and if you look really closely, you can see it's
pouches by Paige.
patches by page.
And to match our lovely project portfolio, matching pin cushion.
Matching pin cushion.
Like, oh my gosh. And
We were like,
quality on these is
blown
so good.
away.
It's got little spots for you to put your thread, your little bobbinated thread, if that's how you do it. Probably just both. It's got this big pocket back here, and then this
pocket.
zippy pocket here. Like,
I mean, it blew us a freaking away.
like here you go, we're like, what?
And,
What?
And really one of the other funny reactions to watch was we had told Donna about table gifts, and
Yeah.
Donna actually did a lot more thought than I don't think I did a lot of thought. I decided we were going to do self-care products, and so I went out and looked for different self-care products I thought were really good. Yep. And Donna had read that we were supposed to give something that was
I think it was
from the area.
That the ones that people remember the most are
From the area.
from the area that you're from.
And I live in Fayetteville, Tennessee. Courtney lives in Newmarket, Alabama.
Yeah.
And we live 20 minutes apart because the state line actually is right in the middle between us. And so Donna lives across the street from me. So literally, literally across the street. And so she had read that Fayetteville was known for Buckley Farms, and Buckley Farms creates homemade soaps, lotions, self-care products. So she brought Buckley Farms, which was really good. I think she had lotion too, or a candle and soaps. And she gave those out. So you should have seen her face when Paige gave her this.
Yeah, she was like,
I think and yet she doesn't know that we've talked about her for a long time. Yeah, our sister-in-law is coming.
love it so much.
And we do love this so very much.
I'm gonna use it.
I have a feeling I know exactly which project is going in here. I know exactly.
I'll use it for something.
Yeah.
But pouches by Paige.
Pouches by Paige and Fobs by
And the Fob Factory.
Fob Factory.
As our usual Flosstube plug for our friends.
Exactly. Plus the fact that here you guys are. It's right here.
Did you bring your freebie table stuff? Do you remember?
I got right here. Boom, 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 boom. Did I?
Well, I only have two things.
I
Well,
only had a
one.
couple of things from the freebie table.
She
I got that.
picked this Dimensions Gold Collection Petite. It's like the full kit, so that was a good find. And then she also found this Black Swans design. It's like a princess and a unicorn in a snow globe. So thank you very much, Dawn, for finding those for me and giving them to me, since I had no time to go to the freebie table myself.
I picked up this pattern. Oops, you're not gonna be able to see it because it's so shiny. I picked up this pattern, which is kind of cool, on the freebie table. It was originally a kit, so it used to have,
Button
blocks with it.
Spring Series Mill Hill. This one's called Flamingo.
Because I just think it's so pretty.
Yeah.
And I picked up this Dimensions. It's
a good
isn't
one.
it a good one. I think, yeah, that's kind of matches some of them you have on your above your bed. And then I also picked up this one, which I thought was really very, very pretty. Grandma's Christmas Tree.
That's pretty nice.
That one's pretty. And there might be another one lost somewhere in
your pile
pile here, but
That's all
I
right.
don't think so. I think the rest of it is fall. But yeah. Oh, and I also picked up what is it called? A felting wool.
Oh.
There was a whole box of felting wool. Courtney got, and I brought it back to the, so we had a lot of stuff.
We rented
An SUV.
a rather large SUV, not like the largest SUV you get, but like
The medium.
one size smaller. And it was packed to the gills.
There
with
was
our stuff, our stitchy, like our suitcases with our clothes, our stitchy stuff, and then all of the stuff we needed for Bear.
Which was half of the SUV.
Yeah, because we needed a stroller.
We had to have. You see that gate back there?
Yeah, fence thing. So
Just like that.
You saw it in the picture.
Yeah.
His feeding table or chair thingy, which
we're not taking the chair.
We're taking it. The only reason we didn't use it is because he wasn't eating solids because he didn't feel good. So that was, but yeah, we had a big bag of toys, like,
which we will be taking because he uses every toy.
Yeah. So it just was a lot. And we had decided that while we were at StitchCon, we were only allowed to buy
flat things.
That's
only flat things.
Those are going to be the only things that'll fit. So that means only patterns, only fabric, only thread,
needle minders,
all this, which is really doesn't limit us. And then Mom comes to the table with this box of stuff, and I was like, we had a rule. Hello. Somehow we got it home. I don't know where I
stuck it, but I got it. I got it home.
Yeah.
So
that was freebie haul.
That was our freebie haul.
So now we can go into. So I don't.
Oh well. The haul. One of the first things you ought to show is the haul that got duplicated because.
Don't worry. We're gonna go through all the things. We can start with that one because it is actually the first thing. So this is a mixture of the stuff that I bought in the annex at the convention center, and I think
at the store
at Keepsake store, because it's just easier if I put it all in one thing, and so trying to keep it separated. So the first one, I did not actually purchase this one. This one was given to me, and there's a story behind it. So this is the Stitch Crypt, the window, beautiful cat in the window there. So Donna comes back from the annex,
her first shopping trip at the annex,
and she goes, I bought 2 of this one. Do you want one, Courtney? And I said, are you sure?
Crypt?
Like, I love the Stitch Crypt. I was like, are you sure you don't want to just take it back and return it and get your money? She's like, no. Do you like it? Do you want it? And I was like, okay, thank you. Yeah, like very appreciative. Love you, Donna.
So gorgeous.
Like, thank you so much. I will be stitching this at some point, but like, totally unnecessary. We should have gotten our money back with what she was spending. But then, on like
the last
Sunday, was it Sunday?
Yeah.
So she bought this on Friday. On Sunday, and Mom knew, like, we had told Mom the story and shown her that Donna had a copy.
And I don't even have it here.
And for some reason on Sunday, Mom comes back to the table and goes, look what I got. And I was like,
bought the same thing.
The same thing. I was like, why'd you do that? I got a copy. So between the 3 of us, we have 3 copies of the same pattern.
But I happen to know that I'm going to give mine away to a friend of mine
Yes.
because I think it's perfect for her for Christmas.
Yeah.
And that was
But-
actually what I loved the annex for.
Yeah. So
Christmas gift.
that's the first piece of my haul is
It was
one
gorgeous.
thing I didn't even.
She didn't even buy.
The next one is I'll do another stitch crit. This is spring lily snail. So it's got it's like a little hourglass
snail.
with ghosties at the top and snail on the very top and snail on the bottom. I will not be doing it on this color fabric.
No, I'm not fond of that color, but that's okay.
I don't know what color fabric I will do, but it will not be that color. And then this next one is a project bag that I didn't buy. So
we were at the ER.
No, this was Friday morning, not Thursday morning. Thursday morning was the line to get the table. Friday morning,
no, it was Thursday morning because we couldn't get to the annex early. No, you already saw it, so you're right. It was Friday morning. Friday morning.
So we were not going to be in any super rush to get there. The annex opens at 8:00 in the morning. There is usually a very long line of people waiting to get into the annex the moment it opens because there's project bags that only
only a few,
one fabric of that fabric is in that project bag and stuff like that. And so if you want something specific like that, you have to be there really early. And Thursday night they do a preview, so you can walk through and you can see all the things and you'll be like,
we were there for the preview.
Get that, I want to get that. And I had seen a project bag and I was like, if it's here, I'll buy it. But I'm not gonna worry too much about us because we had the baby. Trying to do anything on a timetable with baby is impossible. But Donna wakes up early
all the time, 5:30 in the morning.
She has to drive like an hour and a half to get to her job.
An hour.
But she wakes up really early to get to work. So she just naturally wakes up early when she's not at work, doesn't have to work. So she was actually second in line for the annex, right behind Allie Z. Hi, Allie Z.
Hi, Allie.
And I had asked Donna to keep an eye out for a cat pirate project bag that I had seen that I really liked. And I was like, maybe. And when we got there, Donna didn't see it, and then I went through the annex and I didn't see it. I think
Dawn even went through it and didn't see it.
Yeah, I did see a different cat,
which was pretty
project bag, which was nice.
Lots of pink in it.
But yeah, it just wasn't
her vibe. More my vibe.
Much
more my vibe.
And so I picked up a different project bag, and then I was like, I don't want that project bag. So I instead picked up a project portfolio, and I ended up buying this project portfolio, which is like all rainbowy
with foxes,
with wolves.
Oh yeah, that's right. Wolves. They're wolves. And this one's different from the one we got from Paige because the pockets are different.
It's by Wick Quilting, Joan Wick. And I liked the rainbow colors mostly. On the
inside.
The wolves are but I really like
cool
the
dots on the inside.
And it's got this big zipper pouch
with a key.
It's got a big pouch behind. It's got another big pouch behind here. Got a pouch here. This is felt, so you can put your needles and stuff here. And then this is a zipper mesh. And there's another pocket. There's so many pockets. So I decided I wasn't gonna get a project bag. Instead, I was gonna get this project portfolio, which I really like and haven't figured out what I'm gonna use it for yet. Mostly because I didn't want to unpack any of this stuff before we filmed. Otherwise, it would disappear in the
multiple places. Mine did.
But then most of it's later in the day. It was the same day, right?
Same day. I went wandering.
Mom goes to the annex
herself because she has the baby.
Yeah, we had to trade off.
And I was in baby jail.
He comes back to the table with this project portfolio, which is the one I was looking for. See how it's the cat pirates? I just think they're so cute. And then it's got whales, cat pirates riding whales and moons. And I thought this was so adorable. So thank you, Mom, for
well, it was one of 4 because I picked up Christmas presents for my other table mates.
And this one's also by X Stitches Creates.
Picked up a project bag with boxes and And for Donna, and the really funny thing, I got it to the table. I gave it to her. I said, here's happy birthday, because her birthday's in September. And she goes, oh my God, I have this fabric.
Yeah.
I can create other things that match this. She was just so excited. So I gave Dawn, our friend Dawn, her Christmas present because, again, you know, and by the way, I'm known for somebody who goes along and I see something and I think it matches that person's personality. I'll usually pick it up if it's a decent price. And hers had like Christmas candy theme, and it was so cute.
Yeah, she likes peppermint.
She likes peppermints and Christmas colors and things like that.
Red and white.
And I gave that to her, and she goes, "Oh, I have this fabric. I can make other things that match it."
Yeah.
I think Paige was the only one who didn't have the fabric that I gave her.
But I know
Courtney doesn't do fabric.
But she did find the one that I was like, and this was the only one that was in
That
the
was
store. So somebody must have picked it up and then put it back, and then you got it.
Right.
But
And plus, I went through every.
Well, I went through every one in that.
Yeah, I can't believe it was there.
The interesting thing about this project portfolio thing also is that Donna got the exact
same one.
Donna pulls her out because what you do is you go to the annex, you do your shopping, you come back to the table, and you do show and tell. So you show everybody what you want. And Donna goes, "I bought this," and I was like, "No, I bought this too." So that was kind of funny.
We kind of discovered that Donna's taste in cross stitch is very similar to ours.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And then I also got. Can't show you this.
Oh, can't show you that one.
Can't show you that. Might be a gift for somebody who occasionally watches the channel, so just in case. I got, this is another Stitch Crypt. This is Pumpkin Lantern. Three little stacked pumpkins with 3 little ghosties. And then this one is another Stitch Crypt. Can you tell I like the Stitch Crypt? This is Feral and Spooky. So it's a little raccoon, and I just love the glow on the pumpkins.
Yeah.
So.
They're like lanterns.
Yeah.
Is what they are.
They're really
little pumpkin lanterns.
And then
by the way, she bought a lot.
I did. I think these are freebie things. I don't know. I know I didn't spend money to buy them. Oh, I bought this needle minder from Accoutrement Design. So it is a spinner that says fuck. And then around it, it says this, off, that, it, you, me, so you can spin it and then you can be like, fuck
there you go.
Fuck that. But yeah, so lots of dirty words. I think that's a free thing.
That's a free thing.
I'm not gonna go over the free things. You guys don't. This is something from my table. That's not. And then I also got this needle minder from Accoutrement Designs, Clusterfuck with a rainbow, because life is like that sometimes. This
is an empty bag.
Is an empty bag
because you combine your bags.
So organized. I got a lot of these.
Oh, I love those things.
Yeah.
I think I bought a bunch of those too. Are you sure those aren't mine?
I'm sure.
Okay.
And then, because they're in my bag, yours would not be in my bag. And then I got some tulip needles, tapestry needles. I really like these type of needles. I've been using them a lot lately, and they're kind of hard to find. This is a empty bag. This is the freebie thing. It's a freebie thing.
You did a much better job keeping track of the freebies.
Well,
also you went around and did the actual giveaways.
So on the last day, Dawn and I both found this little stash of little baggies that were put together like this. And this is Lady of the Flag, Mirabilia, and it actually has a lot
almost all
the floss. So anything that's highlighted on the floss list is what's missing, which is mostly just like the Krynics and the beads, but there's still some beads in here. So I got Lady of the Flag, and she got Queen of Freedom. So, which is pretty neat. Pretty neat. Just need fabric, and
that was also put up for auction and went for far more than you paid for it.
Yes.
They do a charity auction.
That's what I'm I got myself this tiny little project bag, little Mickey Mouse. I like it. It is, I don't know if I know who it's by. I don't see a tag anywhere. So, I don't know who made it, but
I remember exactly where it was on the tables.
Yeah, it's got this like Mickey keychain. Yeah, keychain hub, which I really like. This is from the Fabled Apollo, Maiden of Autumn. I thought she was really pretty. And then I'll do all the maidens together. Because that's nice. Maiden of Summer. Yeah, I love me a fancy lady. Sorry for all the crinkly of my bags. And then this one they had stitched and on like and displayed and framed. And I saw it from across the room and I went, oh my God. And everybody like looked at me and I was like, I'm sorry, I just saw something that I absolutely have to have. And this is Maiden of the Seas. Make sure there's no glare. So I saw her. She looked so beautiful. Maiden of the Seas caused me to end up getting Maiden of Autumn because then I liked the dress of Maiden Autumn, and then I was like, well, I gotta have all three Maiden of Summer. So.
And they're probably gonna make. She's probably gonna design another one.
Oh, I'm sure
she's
too.
missing.
I think there are more that were not in the trunk.
We're not in the trunk though.
Then I did one of the Fine Frog stitching, which is Moon Garden Unicorn, and these are the ones I really like. Okay, so I got there were 3 of these. These are by Bent Creek and they look like little photo booths. And this one's called a Pilgrim Pals. So it's Thanksgiving. I think it's just absolutely adorable. And it's a kit, so it actually
it has the beads, but it doesn't have the
beads and the fabric. It just
doesn't
have the floss. And then I also got North Pole party picks. There was a Halloween one, and I'm regretting the fact that I did not buy the Halloween.
Maybe they'll have it.
Yeah, maybe. Well, it might have it like the stitch kitten.
Yeah,
I can't show you that one because that one's a gift. I can show you these 3. And then Counting Puddles was there, and I love Counting Puddles.
I do too.
So, Perfect Pirate, which is absolutely adorable. Watermelon Crawl. I just love the texture that she gives to the watermelon and stuff. And this one is Raven's Harvest Moon. So we showed you guys that Halloween fabric last time.
Oh yeah, that'll be almost. If that one,
I'm gonna.
We think might fit on there.
Yeah, I'm hoping it'll fit in there. This is what I'll put. And then I can't show you the last thing that's in here because it's
probably a gift for me.
It's a gift for her.
Yeah, so you can't show it.
You can't see that. So that's my Stitch Con haul. Do you want me to go over the stuff that we got at Cross Stitch Peddler and Patches and Stitches?
Might as well.
Okay, because yours is all.
I'm going to take a short break.
What do you mean while I start?
Well, you're going to start showing. So that's called start. Yeah, but now you're starting.
So this past weekend, we
had fun.
We went to Cross Stitch Peddler and Patches and Stitches, our 2 local needlework stores. We are going to the Chatelaine retreat in Charlotte, North Carolina next week. We leave on Tuesday. So I am starting my very first chatelaine while we're at the retreat. I have decided that I'm going to do blue Moroccan lace mandala. And Dawn is very nice and has gotten, like, is going to give me a lot of the threads that I needed. But there were 2 threads that she was not able, like, she didn't have in her stash. So, and one of them was a Rainbow Gallery Petite Treasure Braid Arctic Gold. So that is why we went out to Cross Stitch Peddler to see if she had the thread, which she did. That I then, there it is. So I got 2 of the Arctic Gold treasure braids, so I'm going to use those for my chatelaine. So I got to remember I got to bring these to the chatelaine retreat with us next week. And I got the new Q snap for the chatelaine, so I made sure I had all the correct pieces in the correct size. There's the other one. Yeah, I got. Ah!
You'll never believe you have 2.
I got 2. And I also picked up, so last time we were there was a while ago, but I think it was after March.
After our March thing.
After March, the Nashville Needleworks, where that a bunch of new designers released a lot of their new patterns. And Primrose Cottage had released this one. And I was not very financially, solvent at the time. So I saw this one and I absolutely loved it. Mom was like, no, wait. And so then I saw,
Fiscally responsible.
yes, because I got baby, got paid for baby stuff. So, when we were there this time, I decided to get the Beach Quaker. And then I was also, so because it was right after cultural arts and I want to be able to
Enter more
enter
product.
products than just like cross stitch counted. There's a category called holiday decorations Christmas, and there's a category called holiday decorations non-Christmas. So I decided I could make little small things to go into those categories, and I also am advocating to add like a cross stitch Christmas category, a cross stitch non-Christmas category, and a cross stitch non-framed finish category. But that's not going to happen for a while. Anyway, so I got Nativity Quaker that I think I might do
It's Christmas.
as Christmas, or maybe I'll do the Cocoa Quaker. I just love all of these little cute little Primrose Cottage Quakers. I'm not a very big Quaker person, but I like how modern these ones look. And this is the Halloween Quaker, so this will possibly go.
They kind of look like doodles.
Yeah, they're kind of similar to doodles. And then to go with the Beach Quaker, I got this cute little sea turtle needle minder from Primrose Cottage. So lots of Primrose Cottage. I like Primrose Cottage. And then I got some little things for Dawn, but she
usually watches this.
She gets to see those next week.
Yeah, next
Well,
week.
she also kind of knows that they're coming. And then we went to Patches and Stitches because we were looking for
A particular
thread for
thing.
that was not at
No.
at Cross Stitch Peddler, and I got myself some new thread conditioner.
And that's really a good thread conditioner. It's beeswax base.
I got.
Yeah, their magnets are kind of weird.
No, put them in there. I got this
A night
really
one.
pretty moth needle minder, and then this really pretty like
Dark one.
butterfly moth needle minder. And then I also got this Biscornu from Tiny
Modernist.
Biscornu from Tiny Modernist. And I'm obviously not going to use this brown. I'm thinking about getting like a bright
That bright green.
Halloween
Yeah, bright
color
green.
to do it on and making this. So that is all of my haul from both StitchCon, Keepsakes, and this past weekend when we went shopping. Your turn.
Wait a minute, what is this? Did I already do that? I must have. I didn't haul as much stuff. And part of it is because I'm not trying to be fiscally, because fiscally is not my issue. My issue is the fact that I have too many things started and nothing's getting done. But
I don't know why that's stopping her.
I don't either, but I want to show you what I did get, because there's a couple of different places that I've been to as well. So this was also something I found on the freebie table. It's called the Snowman.
He's
Isn't he cute? He's so
He's
cute. And
very
he's going to be pretty easy to do. And I also ran into a problem in that hold on, I want to make sure I got it in the order I want it to be in. Okay. So one of the things I saw this, and what's his name is my husband this way. What's his name is my husband. His name is actually Larry, but I've called him what's his name since we were dating, which was 52 years ago. We're celebrating our 51st wedding anniversary this August in a couple of weeks. So I really need to do this pattern because I was going to give it to him for our anniversary.
This week? This anniversary?
Yeah, this anniversary. I'm not sure it's going to get done, by the way, because I'm really bad at getting things done. But all it says is it was always you.
With some flowers.
With some flowers on it, and I can put a date on it, and
Mhm.
everything. The problem I'm up against is, one, I don't like the color of the pattern. Two, I don't like the color of the flowers. I think the
I
flowers
just
are.
don't like any of the colors.
So I'm conflicted.
I'm gonna have to figure out how
I have
to
to figure
convert.
that out, and I got to figure it out fast because my anniversary is 3 weeks, a month, 4 weeks from now, and I'm not a fast stitcher.
Yeah.
But anyway, if it doesn't make it until 52, the nice thing is my husband won't remember it anyway.
Are you?
Hmm?
You've got this pile here.
I know. Oh, yeah.
Is it
This
separate?
needs to go over here. Okay, so the next thing is I found this and it was at the trunk show, and it.
Was it at the trunk show?
Yes, it
This
was.
is freebie table.
I don't think so. I think
Oh,
this
okay.
was a freebie table,
Cover my
Oh,
face.
that was
Okay.
it, as well as this one.
Do it one at a time. Okay.
So that's by Stony Creek,
That's the Silent Night.
and that's Silent Night, and that's Let It Snow.
So kind of pair.
And they're not huge ornaments. They're tiny
Don't show
ornaments. Don't show the pattern. They're tiny ornaments.
It's just ornaments.
Big enough for Christmas ornaments. This did come through. This one did come from the freebie table.
Okay.
These two did come from, both of these again are Stony Creek.
Yeah.
And
Little snowman
anybody
number
who's done
1.
cross stitch has heard of Stony Creek because it's been around forever.
Three Little Snowman number 3. Don't know what happened.
Don't know because it was a freebie table.
Probably find them somewhere at some point.
This one was the last day purchase for me. I
This
purchased
was a
that
fine
on
frog.
the last
I
day.
got this one last year.
Oh, I do have mine.
Doodle.
Doodle.
Okay, back to finishes.
Back to finishes.
Back to
I didn't
finishes.
realize
So,
that. Where did my
last
doodle in here?
This year we did tiny towns. This year we did doodles. So mom finished her doodle.
Noel.
her
Christmas doodle.
Christmas doodle. You might be going, Courtney, where's your doodle? Did you finish your doodle? No, I accidentally left it at home.
But you did finish it.
Not yet.
Oh, it's still not finished.
Still not finished.
That's right, because she was going to finish it there.
Yeah, we were
And-
supposed to finish it there so that we could all go ring the bell together, which was not a bell this year, it was a gong, which was fun. But yeah, so I did not get to go up with our group of friends to ring the gong and be all like, look, my doodle is done.
She didn't get to, yeah,
because
she didn't
I
actually
forgot
finish it.
my doodle.
Now, the thing I did on this, if you ever look at the pattern, you're going to find that because it seems like I always change something. This is actually a red ornament in the pattern, but I didn't like the color of the ornament.
See, so you know how you're worried about the Christmas Tiny Town, which is red and green, clashing with the Frosty Tiny Town, which is blue,
It's a different shade of blue.
but it's multiple shades of blue. It's not just one shade of blue.
And then the other thing I changed was because this was on a white opalescent, and you probably can't tell, but this isn't white opalescence. And I think it's 32 count. I believe it's a 32 count opalescent. But I also didn't like that white on white. So these are there's a snowflake right about here, right here. And if you look real closely, it's very, very pale blue because I didn't think the white was showing well up against the opalescent. So I changed the color to to blue, to light blue. So that's a couple of things I changed specifically on this tree, and I'm actually not, that's just something I do. I go through and I decide I want to change the way it looks.
Some people
Yep.
do that. So you've already gone through all those. Yep. So back to haul.
Back to haul. So I also bought this, which I love. I've got one of the companion pieces that
We've
go
got
with
both
that.
of them.
This one's called the whole shebang, and it uses each of these little symbols. By the way, are a different thread, different DMC thread because it's based upon the DMC thread.
Yeah.
This is for a friend of mine who probably will never watch this show, but she likes witches. And I think this witch, we've given her one witch before, and we really thought she was going to put a witch in cultural arts.
This is Luna by
Nora Corbett. And so, and it comes with the beads,
The beads.
which is a good thing because I'm finding beads to be a little bit difficult to find sometimes.
Put this over there.
I have one that, I have this one, which is by
Counting Puddles.
Counting Puddles. I have the companion piece that goes with this.
Which is a snowman that's kind of in the same
pose, same stars.
But different colors.
Yeah. And this one I just love. I just love it. And I like the black work up here.
Yeah.
This one is the Stitching Crypt.
The Stitch Crypt.
The Stitch Crypt. And
This is Spooky Bloom.
I love this one. And for some reason I thought that you guys, because I also got the one. What I'm missing is the one that, because I put it, the window, and I put it in the Christmas. It went in Christmas.
Yeah.
Because things that I give to people, I keep in a closet. So, and this one has the other one. Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
I was thinking about putting this one on my special fabric because I think this would really show up.
Expected you'd buy.
Oh, really?
I think I knew you bought that.
The really cool thing I like about it is because I know the fabric is this parchment color. See this parchment color? The fabric is actually kind of this parchment color. And this skull should still show up pretty well because it's got a really nice outline around it that's not parchment. It's this brownish. So it should show up really well against that parchment. So the next thing is so I like to sew.
We went to, so
I sew.
there's Keepsakes, which is the cross stitch store in Cincinnati, Sharonville, near StitchCon. And then there's also a quilting store very close in what's technically, I guess, Glendale, but it's like right there. So this was our first time going to Stitches, the quilting store, which has amazing fabric.
Lots of amazing
Lots of
fabric.
favorite fabric selection. Very, very pretty, very like modern fabric designs. So that was nice. And then just other, sewing things.
So, and one of the things I did this year was to try to make something, a project bag.
Is
I mean, a project.
placement.
Yeah, it's essentially
Is it supposed to be a
project mat.
placement? Or...
Yeah, it's a stitch mat, a stitchy mat that you can lay on your table when you're at
But you've
StitchCon.
also made it a project
But
bag.
I also made it a project bag, and I included things. I mean, I loved the fabric, and I learned a whole lot doing this. I've never done this type of. I've never done this before at all. But it has a little magnet here, and if you look, it's got a little needle minder on the magnet, and it's got loops here to hold your floss, and then there's a nice little fabric pocket to put all of your
Stuff in. Turn it into, that's the project bag.
That's the project bag part. But I had never made this before. And I had to ask my friend Paige at the table, how do you make yours so pretty? And mine comes out looking like, of course, now keep in mind, I don't get to sew as much as I like to sew because I also do
her own worst critic and puts herself.
This is true.
She needs to stop talking about my friend like this, putting herself down all the time, because it's actually really good.
I love the fabric.
It's the fact that she knows where the mistakes are. So those are the things she sees.
But Paige gave me a couple of tips on how to not have it do the couple of mistakes that I saw which is really cool. And so the next project thing I make won't have those mistakes in it, and I think that'll make it 100% better.
Mistakes, because you're always learning, which is okay.
But we went to this
quilting store.
We went to this quilting store, and I was looking specifically
to these things.
So these things are
bobbin boats.
Bobbin boats.
So you can put all your little bobbins.
My bobbins go everywhere when I'm stitching on something, and this you can stick your bobbins in them, and it just keeps them from rolling all over. Nice little bobbin, and I love the color, so I thought that was kind of cool that I got there. Then I wanted to make a project, but this is a project bag. So this makes a project bag or a project portfolio. And it makes a large case or a small case. And I wanted to see whether or not this pattern might work for what I'm doing. Because the pattern I just showed you on mine was my own design. I didn't get it off of any type of pattern. So I'm real pleased I'm going to really try to do something with this. And I think it's going to be kind of cool. It says sleek storage for your essentials. The other thing is we were very, very jealous because Paige and Dawn had these really nice
name
badge holders.
Yeah.
And the reason why we were kind of jealous is because at StitchCon, that was actually one of the things we didn't like. Why is it dark all of a sudden? I keep going back and forth. Okay. So StitchCon, the
name badges are just bad. We don't need to get into the details.
They were too short.
Yeah. So
I wanted something a little bit longer. Now, of course, I haven't made it, and we're going to.
That's okay.
We're going to go soon.
Who knows what those are?
But the goal was to make something like this, and so that's some of the stitching stuff I do. Another thing I bought. Nope, I wanted that way. Well, another thing I bought was. I know that. Another thing I bought was this, and I was like, "What the heck is this?"
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know what it was, and then Paige came to the table and she goes, "Look at this cool thing I found." Well, it turns into this bowl, and you can put things at the table, and I was flabbergasted.
Fold it inside out,
and it's a bowl,
and it turns into the bowl.
And so it travels really well because it travels flat, and then you get to your table where you want to keep all your little needle minders and everything like that,
or your
odds and ends and things, and you turn it inside out, and you've got a bowl. So I was floored.
I saw those and I thought they were really cool, but I didn't see any patterns that I liked.
Well, yeah, I found this one, and then I found this one, and this one's much more me. I'm much more of a pink person than I am a green, but I did like the flowers on this one. Yeah, well, it has the flowers in there that look Christmassy.
Okay.
Now, I went to I also picked up some fabric.
Oh, I totally forgot about my fabric.
All right, then I'll stop so you can do fabric. So
I'm starting, I told you guys starting the blue Moroccan lace chatelaine at the chatelaine retreat, but I needed fabric, and so Dawn helped me pick out 2 possible fabric ideas while we were at StitchCon. So the first is by Atomic Ranch Fabrics. It's called Mistletoe. This is 32 count Lugana, not Laguna, Lugana. Lugana. And then the other one, which this is the one I'm leaning towards using, is from Grace Notes called It's Electrifying. And this is a 28 count Jobelin. And I've never done a Jobelin. This is a much brighter green. It's hard to tell if it's giving you true colors, but so these are the 2 possibilities. I'm leaning towards this one. So those are the fabrics I bought. I need to remember to take these to the chatelaine retreat, but that's next week as well.
yeah, I'm still figuring out my chatelaine retreat thing. So
Okay, sorry. Back to mom's hall.
Back to mom. I did, however, pick up some fabric while I was there. This was one of them I picked up. It's from Atomic Fabrics as well.
Atomic Ranch Fabrics. Jack Frost.
And I can't remember. There's actually a pattern.
Count Laguna.
There's actually a pattern that I bought that
Lugana.
for. Lugana. And
there
is a pattern that I bought this specifically for.
You just don't remember.
Someday I'll figure out which pattern it was.
Was it the one that you bought while you were there, or?
I can't remember.
Okay.
I'm old. But then this was a fabric. Where's the one? Where's the other one? There's a fabric missing. No, there's a gray.
You already mentioned there was. You already said you were missing one.
Oh, this is probably it. This is a fabric that I'm doing for a gift that is going to be giving around Valentine's Day. And I can't really show you the gift, but I can tell you that it was on the model, it was stitched on white Aida, and it was also stitched on, I think, a cream Aida. And I wanted something a little bit more gray. So that's the fabric for that project.
This is Arctic Fox, 28 count Arctic Fox.
So
and I think this is a linen.
It is a linen. Which Courtney doesn't do much with linen. And I'll do linen without a problem. This is also linen. So chatelaine is, the other thing I picked up, and that I picked up at Cross Stitch Peddler, as you might have noticed from the label. So at Cross Stitch Peddler, they also had this cute needle minder, which is adorable. And they also had this one.
And then we went
to Patches and Stitches. And at Patches and Stitches, I picked up this needle minder. Hold on, just do it that way. Yeah.
Well, wait, is this one supposed to go with that?
It goes with this one.
Okay.
That needle minder, which
says,
is me.
I never finish anything.
It's me. It is so me. I couldn't believe they had it. But then they had these 2 cute ghost ones that
got
little shamrocks, little leaves, and then this one has little hearts on it. So just adorable needle minders. And since I have so many projects, it comes in handy that I have. They need bigger magnets. They do. I'm going to replace their magnets probably because those magnets are not effective. And I like to be effective. Be effective. So trying to prep for chatelaine has been a multi-day project.
I was going to start mine at the retreat.
And that may happen with me at this point.
To try and start one before.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, that's probably not going to happen. So,
probably not going to happen. But
thankfully, Dawn was able to.
Is guiding us.
It's guiding us, but also like I didn't really have to worry much about the threads. There's only one thread I'm waiting to come in, and I don't know when that's going to come in. But Dawn, like I told you guys earlier, Dawn giving me a bunch of threads, so all I really had to worry about was buying the pattern and fabric, and the missing threads. Mom's not in the same boat. She's had to try and source the threads, and you had picked 2 designs, right?
Mm-hmm. I have 2 different designs. One of them is called the hummingbird tile.
Yeah.
Small beaded hummingbird tile.
And the other one
is a blackwork project. It's Blackwork Beauty's the first one.
So I've been trying to like kit out both of these before I finally was like, let's focus on one.
So mainly we focused on
hummingbird.
So
this is the fabric you
This is
decided.
the fabric I've decided on for
So
hummingbird.
this is called Celestine by Fiber on a Whim, and it's a 32 count linen. I didn't think this was what you got. I thought you found you overgot.
No, it's that.
Maybe not. Okay. And it's like a really kind of soft sky blue. And then it requires.
Nope.
No, it doesn't require this.
You're getting them confused, see.
Whoa.
This one, these three, actually only two of these. These two are specialty fabrics for the Blackwork Beauties threads.
Well, let's do.
That's why I'm going to do
Okay.
that, but you picked these up.
Well,
This, however, is for our friend Dawn because she couldn't find it and I'm taking it to her. So
this isn't for anything.
that's not, it's for Dawn's project.
Okay. But
then I sourced the,
so that's from
this
European
is-
Cross Stitcher, right?
this is from European Cross Stitcher and it's the three that I need. And I actually think I got it backwards. I think these two I need in this one, but one of these is Dawn's. I'm taking them all so Dawn can figure it out.
Yeah. So these are the specialty threads.
For the hummingbird.
For the,
There's three different,
is there three?
there's three. Probably two of one color.
There's
four.
four in here.
Two of each color.
It's two colors, two for two.
And then finding the delica beads was difficult. So I also went ahead and sourced this through
European Cross
Stitcher.
Delicate beads.
And then in the process of doing this project,
You gotta have a bunch of Glorianas and I think water lilies.
oh, there was water lilies, watercolors. Oh,
I'm just pulling it over here so I can help pull it out.
but when you look at the list of what's needed in this project, here's the list of DMC. Then you've got some of the necessary, what do they call them?
The called
for threads. And then you've got this bottom list is the beads. So I now have everything on this list. Okay.
which called for are
Hold
these
on.
the DMCs?
Hold on. So some of these are for the black work and some of these are for the hummingbird. These have not been divided out yet. So the whole haul that I took a friend of mine, we went to
Almost a 2 hour.
a wonderful place called Nashville Needleworks. And this is in Nashville, Tennessee. And they have walls and walls
it's
and
a
walls.
point store,
But
so
they
focus a lot on threads,
they have more threads than you can imagine.
like needlepoint.
And so, you know, we were able to find sea glass, which we couldn't find anywhere else. This is the cucumber and then the Gloriana threads, one of which we found, I think that we found this at Cross Stitch Peddler. But these other three we found up at, these two we found up in Nashville Needleworks. And then this Dinky Dye was at Nashville Needleworks. The other thing we did as part of Cross Stitch Peddler was picking up all of the DMC floss that I was missing because I was missing some floss. And I have a significant stash because I have not only my stash, but I have a stash from a friend of mine who died over 10 years ago that she
not 10 years
gifted,
yet, but
almost 10 years ago, that she gifted me. And so I knew what I was missing based on that stash. So this is the project that I'm probably going to pick up for Chatelaine is going to be this hummingbird tile. The interesting thing is it's not a huge project. It's a very small project, but it requires a lot of thread changes in it because of the different pattern. So I'm looking forward to this, to get this one started. Am I ever going to finish it? Let me take you back to this needle minder that says, I never finish anything. So we'll see if it ever gets finished. Because it's not difficult, but it's got a lot of changes in it. And I'm probably going to pack multiple needles for that. The other thing that happened this year, too, as part of trying to get all this together is I went and visited my friend Dawn back in, God, when was that? March, April? April. And she gifted me this box for a stitchy box. Now, she is infinitely better at kidding out a stitchy box than I am. I put a lot of my needle minders in here, and then when you lift this up, lift my middle thing up, it's got scissors and other things in it that I need when I'm working. And I have to, she does a very good job. I just want to give her a call out because she does a very good job. And she recommended that what I needed to do was come up with a theme. And I ended up realizing as I was trying to figure out a theme that I don't really have a theme. My theme is all over. I like this and I like that and I like this. So that's what this.
But you can make multiple stitchy boxes.
Yeah, but I like
different themes.
I think I'm fine with one. The other thing that happened as we were doing this, and I'm going to now go into how we organize stuff. You want to say that for a later one?
Yeah, because we're at 2 hours.
All right, we can show.
We didn't even do life updates.
No, we didn't.
Which I don't know.
Bear's bigger.
I started a new job, which is actually an old job. I'm back at Icon, which was my old job. I'm now manager. So those are the big life updates I've got.
I don't have any huge life updates.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think so. I mean, the biggest life update I have is not for public.
Okay. So yeah, I think now that we've hit the 2 hour mark, because
we had so much happen and we didn't do anything.
StitchCon takes a long time to go through all of this.
And Chatelain's going to take a bit.
Since we're going to Chatelaine next week,
we'll try to do something.
We will try to do another video sooner after Chatelaine. That way we can go through all that haul, and then maybe we can at least do life updates. And if we have time, we can talk about your thing. And if not, then we can make a separate video about your thing.
Yep.
So we're going to end this here. I'm going to hopefully get this edited and posted before the end of the week, but I'm not making any promises, like always, because as you know, the last video took 2 months to get edited and posted, but I would like to have this up before we leave for Chatelaine, which is on Tuesday, which we have to pick up the car on Monday. So yes, that was StitchCon and the last 3 months of stitching. Our next one will probably have less stitchy stuff, but more Chatelaine stuff, and more life update stuff, if we think of other life updates things to tell you. So hope you guys
enjoy your summer.
Had a great past 3 months. I hope your lives are going well, and that you are doing well, and that you are enjoying your stitching and just having a good time. Otherwise, we will see you next time.
Have a good summer. Bye-bye.